Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech, where progressive voices will come together to tackle the issues that matter most to working families across Los Angeles and beyond. From economic justice to climate action, from healthcare to housing, we're bringing together the brightest minds and most passionate advocates for real solutions and real change. With workshops, 2 major keynote addresses, and a closing reception with great music and good food. It's the Left Coast Forum, where your voice matters and your ideas take action. Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech. Brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580 and the LA Progressive. The future won't wait, and neither should you. Mark your calendar now to be there and be heard. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 for more details.
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes 2 to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
Marriage, as we know it, is often a beautiful illusion crafted from fear, a socially sanctioned promise to make love stay. And yet, love, like water, slips through clenched fists. We swear before priests and judges that we will feel the same way forever, that we will keep our hearts fixed like the stars. But the universe doesn't work like that, neither does the heart. We say, I love you, but then we must notarize it, stamp it, file it in legal documents. What was once wild and spontaneous becomes measured, certified, and sealed under watchful eyes. We have turned marriage into a contract, not a dance, a bond of ownership, rather than a celebration of freedom. Most people, when they say, I do, unconsciously mean, you're mine now. That is often where the trouble begins. For while some rare and beautiful unions do thrive in shared commitment, many falter when love becomes entangled with possession. You cannot bind another soul and expect it to remain free, and love above all needs space to breathe if it is to sing. Falling in love is divine madness. It is irrational, uncontrollable, and glorious. You don't rise into love, you fall. There is something fundamentally risky about it, something sacred. Because to love is to surrender, to give up control. To fall is to say, here I am, do what you will with me. Sensible people don't fall in love. They calculate, they measure, they protect. But the moment you fall in love, you are no longer in control. That is why it is mad. And in that madness, there is a higher sanity. Now here's where the real trouble begins. We try to capture the mystery of love and lock it in a legal cage. We go before judges and priests and in the name of God, the state, and sometimes even the police, we swear to feel a certain way forever. Can you imagine? We take something as wild and unpredictable as falling in love and we try to make it permanent, binding, respectable. It's as if love isn't real unless it's signed, sealed, and witnessed by vicars and attorneys. And so this lightning bolt from the sky, this mad surrender of the soul, is converted into a contractual obligation, a legal performance. You're no longer dancing, you're following choreography. And so the sacred becomes rehearsed. Spontaneity gives way to strategy. You keep...
Man, oh man, a Shevitz, the voice of reason, back in the building. I don't even know if that's real Alan Watts. That might be AI Alan Watts, but he was cooking. He was cooking now. It's off his legacy page? All right, it might be him. All right. Whew, here we go. So, let me ask a question. First and foremost, you're listening to The Voice of Reason, live on KBLA Talk 1580. It's a Monday, and you know I'm here to disrupt your spirit. Yes, we've been taught that, we want to ease in our spirit, and sometimes you got to be disrupted so you can heal. That's how you break patterns. This marriage thing is heavy. Let me ask this question. If the airline industry had the same success rate as marriage, would you fly? I'm not trying to be cynical, right? We've put the ceremony in front of the spiritual purpose of relating. Some people have the nerve to be relationship elitist when they get married. They look down at others. Oh, they're not even married. Do you understand what it was? Listen, what is relationship for? Period. Married or not. What is it for? Self-discovery. Self-discovery is for self-individuation. Self-individuation is for becoming a whole human being. Once you started the process of individuation, you start to discover that everything you demand as a relational expectation from your partner can be discovered from within. So once you get on that journey of individuation, you really don't need your partner for these things. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to have a partner. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to get married. What I'm saying is because we misunderstand marriage. Now, you know, when you talk about marriage, it's like talking about Jesus. It's like talking about politics. People start getting biblical and religious and fanatic, right? Fanatical about it. Tonight's topic, M&Ms. Who remember M&Ms? I'm not talking about the candy. I'm talking about the soul food. The soul food restaurant here in M&Ms. Come on now. Who remember M&M's, that Mississippi soul food? M&M's. Tonight's topic, M&M. Marriage myths. Examining the futility of marriage in the face of FIGO. What is FIGO? It is a term I coined in my 2015 book, The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship. FIGO is this combination of two words, fear and ego. Marriage won't save you if you're unhealed. Ask the people who are filing for divorce and legal separations. Marriage won't save you if you haven't done the inner work. When's the last time you seen two whole people get married? Huh? Whoa, hold on. I don't want to get in nobody's business. When was the last time you see two people on the path of individuation? It does happen, but when was the last time you saw it? Huh? Eminem, Marriage Myths. Examining the futility of marriage in the face of FIGO, fear and ego. Divine union, which is a real thing, versus performative sanctimony and predictive security. Listen, party people in the place to be, the VOR is up in here to destabilize your norm. Get to your phone lines. The number to dial, 1-800-920-1580. This is a national discussion. I want to talk about it. I'm not trying to be right. I'm trying to trigger. I didn't come here to whisper. I came here to shatter. I did not come to bless illusions. I came to expose them for what they are. Listen very carefully, not with your ears, but with the hollow chambers of your unexamined soul. Marriage, as they sell it, as they package it, as they market it, as they promote it, is a jewel, a crown, a promised sanctuary. But what sanctuary? What jewel? It is a mirror covered in psychological soot, reflecting your fears and your ego, effectively FIGO. And when you kiss that mirror, when you pledge your heart upon it, you are not marrying another. You are marrying your own terror dressed in lace. Listen, stop. I done talked to folk that got 17 degrees on their walls and admitted that they married and wasn't even in love with the person. I'm not, what? I ain't even like them. But you married them. Yeah. Because marriage is turning into an object, a thing to be had, something to say, I did it. You know what? Marriage really should be reserved for those who are on the individuation path. If you're not individuated, if you're not even on the path, you should not be married. Would that lower the divorce rate? 1-800-920-1580. I'm sorry. Listen to me closely, folk. The altar is not sacred. The vows are not holy. The rings are not eternal. The instruments, they are instruments of capture, right? They tell you, bind yourself to one another, protect, accumulate, conform, and you do it. Children of longing, because you have forgotten the shape of freedom. First off, if you're unhealed, if you haven't done the work, you are going into holy matrimony as a captured person. Listen, man, still captured by what your mama didn't do, or what your mama did do, or what your father didn't do, or what your father did do, or what your uncle did, or what, do you understand? Still captured. Now, more than ever, that person better show up and stay consistent. Better show up right. Better not change. These wounds need consistency. Do you not see what I'm saying? Every dollar you merge, every house you co-sign, every name on a lease becomes a shackle disguised as devotion. And I was sitting with my uncle the other day, and we were talking to my sister on FaceTime. My sister said, hey, how's your wife? You know, I ain't going to say her name. Hey, how's your wife? My uncle said, she good. All the property is in her name. I said, oh, Lord. my uncle's 78 now. He said, she better be good. All the property in her name. Boy, y'all better understand the voice of reason is not playing with y'all tonight. Do you understand? Wealth favors the wed. Poverty stalks the divorced. And the church, the state, the law, they all nod approvingly. They whisper, this is love. But I say, this is survival pretending to be intimacy. Can you feel it shaking in your chest right now? The fear masquerading as desire. The ego masquerading as pride. The longing masquerading as forever. You call it fidelity, but it's really captivity when you're unhealed. You call it passion, but it is panic rehearsed on the stage of property and lineage. Anthropologically speaking, marriage was never about love. Oh, we gonna get into it tonight. Ooh, and your mind is still saying, oh, I love this person. But the body knows the truth. Like Babette Rothschild always alludes to, the pulse races not for ecstasy, but for terror. The nervous system cannot tell the difference. And so we canonize confusion. Trauma, trauma, trauma. We marry not the other, but the ghost of our parents, the echoes of our childhood, and the wounds we have yet to kiss and make sacred. Let me stop you for a second. If you marry somebody that hasn't done the work and they have one of the insecure attachment styles. Say they're anxious, preoccupied. Oh, they're going to tap dance and show up and perform. And oh, Lord, but you got to remember, yes, the anxious, preoccupied wants intimacy, right? But they want to chase you. They've been conditioned to chase, to perform. If you make yourself too available for anxious, preoccupied, internally they are inverted. Internally, they don't want it. Ooh, India, you can't chase an anxious, preoccupied. You chase them, they shut down like an avoidant. Uh-oh. You didn't even know about this, but y'all got married. Oh, say you marry a dismissive avoidant. Oh, they done went through the ceremony. Lord, they done crossed a major barrier in their life. But internally, they fear. They've been conditioned to fear the loss of independence because they had to rely on themselves when their parents shut down the emotional highway. Their whole emotional spectrum of feeling was not approved of or accepted in that household. They got shut down. You marry that kind of person, you're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to deal with their deactivation. Oh, when I come forward, the voice of reason going to keep this fire lit.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you that we keep us safe. Every girl deserves a chance to shine. That's the belief behind Forgiving for Living, Inc. Since 1999, this organization has been empowering at-risk girls ages 13 to 18, helping them overcome behavioral and mental health challenges. Founder Wendy Gladney's personal journey inspired the mission to give girls hope and purpose through the power of forgiveness. Through their ambassador program, workshops, and annual conference, Forgiving for Living has touched over 3,000 young lives, providing mentoring, life skills, training, and tools for building self-esteem and confidence. You can make a difference. Visit forgivingforliving.org to donate, volunteer, become a mentor, or find help for a young girl in need. Forgiving for Living, Inc., building brighter futures for young girls. Visit forgivingforliving.org today. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Dr. Nicordelai Corte. Let's preserve Black land stories before they're lost forever. I want to personally invite you to be a part of something historic. As journalist in residence for the Black Land Lost Narrative Archive Project, I've joined forces with powerhouse attorney and social justice champion George Fothery, the man who helped make history by delivering justice to the Bruce family in Manhattan Beach, securing the first known return of land unjustly taken from Black owners by a local government. That victory was monumental, but it was just the beginning. For generations, Black families have acquired land through grit, faith, and determination, only to lose it through violence, legal loopholes, forced sales, and systematic racism. What's been taken goes far beyond dirt and deeds. It's the erasure of wealth, identity, and legacy. That's why we've launched the Black Land Lost Narrative Archive Project, a national effort to collect, protect, and preserve the stories of Black land lost before they're buried, forgotten, or erased altogether. Because there's power in telling Black stories, there is resistance in remembering, and there's justice in being seen and heard. This is where you come in. We're inviting you to be a part of this historic Black narrative archive. If you or someone you know has experienced land loss, displacement, or forced property sales, your story deserves to be heard and remembered. Your story belongs in this archive. Your truth matters not just to your family, but to our collective future. Visit blacklandlost.org today. Fill out our simple intake form and add your voice to the National Archive of Remembrance, Resilience, and Reckoning. Let's make these stories live on, not in whispers, but on the record. With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Dr. Nicordelai Corte, and as always, we welcome your feedback.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
When the goal is marriage and is not on the table, is it disrespectful to call a girlfriend wifey?
How long have y'all been together?
5 years.
And so you see the issue, right? You have been in a relationship for 5 years with a man accepting the term wifey. And so until you put your foot down, until you actually use your words and not just ask for what you want, but you set the expectations of what you desire. And when you set a boundary, it's not enough to just set the boundary. You set a boundary and you set a consequence that comes after it. Yes, and the consequence is what shows a person that either you're going to take it or you're going to leave it. And what he's done is shown you that he's comfortable where he is. And what you have done is told him that it's okay, that he's comfortable, that you're willing to just nag to get what you want. Mm-hmm. You're not willing to actually leave. And the other thing is you don't leave to get what you want. You leave because you deserve better. Yeah. Every day that you stay in a relationship with a man who does not take your concerns seriously, you tell him that I don't love myself, and it's okay if you give me the bare minimum because I'm accepting the bare minimum, and clearly you give yourself the bare minimum. So this is not a story about
get her out of here. That's from tonight's conversation. And there's some truth, a little bit of truth to what she's saying. But what she's missing is you're getting what you deserve. That's what she's missing. You're actually getting what you deserve. The whole I deserve better business, you are getting who you are. And that's part of the lesson. You're not helping anybody heal by saying, set a boundary and then do this and then do that. First off, that person is supposed to look within themselves and say, I'm somewhere I don't want to be. Why? Now, the difficult part to that is, you know what most people are going to do? They're going to say, this person didn't do something. They're going to look to blame. No. What about you? How did you get you here? See, so many times, this ain't the law of attraction. Magic manifesting. Like, listen, you are here in this relationship because of you. Discover why you help co-create a relational environment that you don't want. Now, some women make the mistake of having a wonderful relationship, but focus on the one thing that they're not getting. And if the one thing that they're not getting, what if they're in a relationship with somebody who deeply loves them, appreciates them, elevates them, pours into them, inspires them, but they're not getting that one thing, which is a proposal. So now, what you're focusing on is starting to gain momentum and weight. Well, this isn't real until you propose. You might be tapped into something as authentic as you'll ever experience, but you'll discard it for what you think you're missing. Oh, hold on. Where we at, y'all? Again, self-observation. Why am I like this? Is it because my father never proposed to my mother? Is it because I saw my mother go through something with a man that was similar to this? Am I reenacting something that I should be dismantling? Where did this belief come from? Why is it that I can't accept authentic love unless it's packaged in the way that I need it to be? Is it a business deal? What's happening? Is it the way you want to be presented in the world? Let's break it down and see what the real issue is. We can't just default to I deserve better. First off, default to you must be better. Can we do that? Is that wrong? You must be better instead of I deserve better. See, nobody wants to take responsibility and say, I am getting from this person or that person exactly the mirror reflection of who I am and the work I haven't done, the commitment I haven't made to self. Lord have mercy, the voice of reason. Marriage ain't gonna save you if you're unhealed. Get to your phone lines, 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, guess where we're going? To the phone lines.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Black New York City Mayor Eric Adams is avoiding questions about the mayoral race after vowing not to drop out.
Next question.
Mr. Mayor. Reports say President Trump wants him and Curtis Sliwa to step aside for Andrew Cuomo against frontrunner Zohran Mamdani. Rapper Young Thug is apologizing to his partner Mariah the Scientist after leaked jail calls revealed he was unfaithful. The rapper admitted this mistake in a post on X, saying he'll do anything to save their relationship. Mariah has not publicly responded, leaving their current status unclear. And the Los Angeles Police Department is no longer providing security for former Vice President Kamala Harris. Officers had been assigned to her after President Trump revoked her Secret Service protection, but the move drew backlash. Critics say police were diverted from crime suppression, and the police union argued Harris, who's a millionaire, could pay for private security herself. Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
Are you ready to be a part of the conversation that will help shape our nation's future? Get ready to join us for the Left Coast Forum, Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech, where progressive voices will come together to tackle the issues that matter most to working families across Los Angeles and beyond. From economic justice to climate action, from healthcare to housing, we're bringing together the brightest minds and most passionate advocates for real solutions and real change. With workshops, 2 major keynote addresses, and a closing reception with great music and good food. It's the Left Coast Forum, where your voice matters and your ideas take action. Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech. Brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580 and the LA Progressive. The future won't wait, and neither should you. Mark your calendar now to be there and be heard. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 for more details.
Yo, it's Zoe Williams, the VOR, and I know you're tired of pretty gems with pretty lies, where people seem to scroll more than they sweat. Well, it's time to level up. Welcome to Huff and Puff, where excuses die and champions rise. Smack dab at 1221 North La Brea on the corner of Fairview. This ain't a photo shoot, it's a battleground. Certified achievers in the game. Trainers who grind with you, not post pictures beside you. Whether you're chasing your next personal record or just trying to outrun your past, this is your sanctuary of sweat. No mirrors, no filters, no fluff, just pain, passion, and purpose. Stop talking, start training, huff hard, puff loud, be legendary. Where folks go to war with their weaknesses. Huff and Puff.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is Secret Clinical dominating extra stinky stress sweat. And this is regular deodorant. Secret Clinical in a heat wave. Oh, what a beautiful day. This is regular deodorant. Ugh, I can't. Secret Clinical with workout sweat. Let's run another marathon. And regular deodorant. How much more? Secret is the GOAT. Because nothing fights sweat better. Stay fresher under pressure.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Imagine a Los Angeles where everyone can thrive, where communities have access to the resources they need to succeed. That's the vision of Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. They're dedicated to improving life in LA County by providing educational support, employment assistance, and spaces for community engagement. By 2050, they want LA to be the best place to connect, create, learn, live, and play. They're working toward an education system that's well-resourced and culturally responsive, becoming a hub for artists and innovators, and making sure everyone has access to healthy food, quality healthcare, and safe housing. It's about building a future where we all have the chance to succeed. We invite you to learn more about their mission and get involved with Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Wait, hold on. Hey, man, you already know my playlist is my co-host, right? You already know what it is. But when you put Stevie... Okay. This is how great Stevie Wonder is. And we'll get back to the regularly scheduled program. But this is how great Stevie is. Stevie got songs like that to give away. Michael Jackson, I Can't Help It. Can you just play that real quick? He said, "Here, little cousin, I wanted this on the album, but we're not going to put it on the album. You take it and put it on Off the Wall." He got records like this to give away. Jeez. Let a little of this cook.
Looking in my mirror, took me by surprise. I can't help
Okay,
but
wait,
see
now, go back. Go back to the Stevie record. He's got them to give away. Just the talent, the God-given magic. That's, you know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna do this one instead of giving it to Mike. What if he gave this one to Mike? Just take it in 30 seconds. No.
Having a wife is a secret weapon. Y'all just be dealing with the wrong woman. You think of every black successful man, and I'm talking about extremely successful, not regularly successful, but I'm talking about unbelievably successful. LeBron James, wife, secret weapon, I can guarantee you. Jay-Z, wife, secret weapon, I can guarantee you. Barack Obama, wife, secret weapon, I can guarantee you. Let's go back. Martin Luther King, wife, secret weapon, I can guarantee you. Malcolm X, wife, secret weapon, I can guarantee you. A wife is a secret weapon.
Hey, man,
get
him out of here. Is Jada Pinkett Will Smith's secret weapon? Y'all think I'm being petty. I'm not. You, man. Correlation does not equal causation. Sorry, sir. And then the goofies of the world will repost this like he dropped a jewel. That ain't no damn jewel. Marriage ain't for the faint of heart. Not only is it a social contract, it's a spiritual contract that requires internal work in order for that thing to work. not a regularly what is a regularly successful man? I don't mean no disrespect to the brother. I'm simply saying, man, we get caught up in goofy talk. Relationship is postgraduate school for the self. Do you understand? It is postgraduate school for the self. And it's bi-directional. You think she ain't learning? You think she just come in and teach you everything? Right? She up-leveled this secret weapon. He ain't her secret weapon? And what if the internal weapons in their spirit are pointed at each other? So trauma bond don't exist in marriages? We got to stop romanticizing marriage. I'm not against marriage. Yes, I want marriage. Yes, I think it's beautiful. Number one indicator of wealth in America. Let's not talk about divorce being the number one indicator of poverty in America. That's another story. Wealth is family building. I'm 100% with it. I want it to happen for black folk. Yes. But I don't want it for the sake of wanting it. Trauma. We marry not the other, but the ghost of our parents, the echoes of our childhood, the wound we have yet to kiss and make sacred, ancestral chains, societal scaffolds, capitalist scaffolding, all of it conspires. And we step in wearing rings like crowns of fire, thinking we are exalted when we are enslaved by fear and ego. There is a rupture in the rhythm, a fracture in the floorboards of this illusion. Divorce, leaving, reclaiming the self. These are holy rebellions. To walk away is not sin. It is sacred individuation. To remain enslaved is not devotion. It is disguised death. This altar cannot save you. The ceremony won't save you. The vow won't save you. Only your true, authentic, individuated, integrated presence, your truth, your unflinching gaze into your own emptiness can save you. You think getting married without doing that is going to make it work? Man, I know women who are provided for, who cheat emotionally. I know men who are a provider, who take care of their family, who get roadkill. I'm on the road, might as well kill something while I'm out here. Huh? No spiritual fidelity, no physical fidelity. I know people don't. Oh, it's benign. I'm just keeping in contact with my ex. Ain't nothing going on. Only you can rescue you. Only your willingness to meet another without anesthesia, without projection, without the veil of fear and ego. This is where true love lives. And what then, my beloved? What then if the paperwork dies? If the state frowns? If society whispers judgment, a la Will Smith and Jada? What then? Then will you learn that love does not contract, it expands? That intimacy does not bind, it frees? That divinity does not come in rings or certificates. It comes in the recognition of your own wholeness and in the audacity to see another as whole. Listen, man. Why do you think one of the major reasons for breaking up is irreconcilable differences? And usually that's over money. Come on. We want to have a real talk, right? behind every great man, listen, not a regularly successful man, a man that's super successful, that his wife is the secret weapon. Not in all cases, brother. Use E prime. Some but all. Some but not all. Some people are cursed in their marriage. What are they cursed in the marriage for? Cursed to discover themselves and to be legally bound to somebody. Oh, Lord, I done married this situation. It's cheaper to keep him or her. I got to stay here. And guess what? The work is saying, now do this work. You're not going to dodge this bullet. Do this work on self. This is how you got here. This is how you led yourself to this situation. Wait a minute. We ain't even gotten to the empirical data yet. We got to stop romanticizing marriage. Doing it just for the sake of doing it. Oh, well, we went to church and had premarital counseling with the preacher. Oh, well, yeah. My fiance got upset because he felt like the therapist was on my side. 1-800-920, right? Somebody get to the phone line. Listen, when we come forward, the voice of reason is going to the phone lines. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
During this time, it's important for everyone to know your rights. The 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendments in the U.S. Constitution protects every one of us, regardless of immigration status. The 4th Amendment requires a judicial warrant to search your home. The 5th protects your right to remain silent, and the 6th gives you the right to an attorney. Just remember,
No warrant, no key. My privacy. You don't have to speak. No lawyer inside. Don't say a thing. Yeah, we all got rights.
Hey, we all got rights.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee future outcomes.
Founded in Los Angeles in 1986, litigation powerhouse Quinn Emanuel has deep roots in the Los Angeles community. Since 2007, we have litigated some of the largest fires on the West Coast. We are proud to be the only AmLaw 100 firm in the country to represent wildfire victims, giving affected individuals, families, and businesses the same focus and individualized attention we devote to our Fortune 500 clients. BTI Consulting has repeatedly recognized Quinn Emanuel as among the 4 law firms in-house counsel least liked to oppose in any litigation, and we are often deemed the most feared. And after securing over $80 billion for our clients in various matters firm-wide, we understand why. If you have been affected by the recent wildfires in Altadena and the Palisades and would like to discuss your situation further, please contact wildfire support at QuinnEmanuel.com or call us at 213-443-3050. Quinn Emanuel is proud to sponsor Conversation Live Altadena Rising with James Farr on KBLA Talk 1580.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee future outcomes.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Autopsy Initiative provides a second autopsy free of charge for victims' families who have lost their loved ones due to a police-related death. The services offered through the initiative include the completion of a second autopsy, disclosure of preliminary findings, and a final autopsy report. A police-related death is when an individual is harmed by police officers using deadly force, which results in an individual's death. Police-related death includes in-custody deaths, including those that arise during contact with law enforcement officers during arrest, pursuit, booking, transport, or incarceration. The Autopsy Initiative has a team of board-certified pathologists on call. An autopsy request may be completed by anyone with a close relationship with the victim, which may include the victim's spouse, partner, relative, close friend, or lawyer. To request a free second autopsy for a victim of police violence, please visit knowyourrightscamp.com. That's knowyourrightscamp.com. Then click on Autopsy, then click on Request. At KBLA, we believe in justice for victims of police violence. We say their names, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
The finest. As life goes on, you learn to hold on. You learn to
in our world, in order for it to be real, it needs to be on paper and it needs to be signed. That way, if we don't keep our word, there are repercussions. If we just tell someone, I'm gonna love you until death does us part, and I just wake up one day and decide I no longer want to do that, there is nothing the woman can do. But if I marry her and I sign the dotted line, and even if I do a prenup, it's going to be negotiated in a way that if I just wake up one day and want to change my mind because I chose the wrong person, or meaning if she cheats on me, that means I chose the wrong person. I didn't do my due diligence.
Hey man,
I didn't take enough
who is
time.
this? Who is this? Is that Tony? Should we? I'm gonna give Tony a little bit more.
If I just want to, I think another woman is an upgrade, and I decide I don't want to be married anymore. If I didn't marry that woman, there is nothing she can do. But if I marry her, now there's some recourse. Now she can get half, or she can get what the prenup says she can get. But she gets something for putting her life on the line, putting her life on hold, agreeing to marry me, and then me not keeping my word. And so that is why I believe in marriage. Now, outside,
See, you're going to upset me. I don't mean to be disrespectful to nobody. This is a non-judgmental space. But listen, how do you cheat on yourself? If you cheat on yourself, do you magnetize into your life a cheater? And how they cheat doesn't have to be the same. The cheating is a vibrational thing, right? I'm in a push-up group, right? Where it's based on our word and our honor. Here are the rules. There's a group of brothers at the cigar lounge. 1 push-up a day. If you miss a push-up, you owe 101 the next day. And you be busy and time gets away, but it's based on the honor system. Dang, I missed. And the brothers will call you out. Hey, bro, you missed yesterday. So you gotta give us 101 the next day. It's based on the honor system. Right? Listen to what I'm trying to say here. Relationships based on the honor system, right? You say you're going to show up in a certain kind of way and you don't. That speaks to your integrity. And sure, we all are guilty of falling short. We're all guilty of not being perfect. But here's the thing. I'm listening to the brother Tony Gaskin, and I don't want to judge the brother. I really don't. But, gosh, I don't want to judge his work. But you get who you are, brother. We want to pick and choose relationship as a mirror, right? A psychologist, a clinician says, might use it. Oh, we're mirroring each other. Oh, Patrick Carnes talks about trauma bonding. Oh, your traumas are mirroring each other. Oh, da, da, da. Listen, at the vibrational level, how you cheat yourself, how you dishonor yourself, would that not be a beacon to call in someone who would also dishonor you? Not necessarily in the same way. The man said, I chose wrong if she cheats. How do you cheat yourself? What if you're not eating the right diet? What if you're lying to yourself about who you really are? What if you're in the process of faking it until you make it? See, we think, that's not correlated to this. Listen, your spirit is holographic. It shows up in every aspect of your being. Your shadow is a holographic component of your spirit. You think just because you're wearing a mask that your shadow does not leak out the sides and through the eyes of that mask? Come on. Relationships are about vibrational matches. You're listening to me tell you right now. What happens? Reenactments from the past. Whatever is unhealed gets reenacted in the relationship with the person you choose. Why do you vibrate towards, or why do you gravitate towards a particular person? Why? Boy, listen. Toxicity feels familiar to the unhealed. It feels like home. So how you gonna say, we gotta get rid of these old archaic ideas? If she cheated, I chose the wrong one. You know what? The reason why relationships don't work is because we're choosing the wrong person. No, you're choosing you every single time. If you're actively suppressing your shadow, you think it won't manifest in physical form? These are real questions. I know I said I would get the callers on. I know. We're going to do it at the top. But this is real talk right here. Why is it that we struggle with this? The marriage illusion. When love becomes a contract of fear and ego. Here's your psychological insight. Insecure attachment, anxious, avoidant, and disorganized, drives individuals to seek safety in marriage rather than authentic intimacy. What is a marriage without authentic intimacy? Wait, you married a security guard? You married a psychological security? Here's your psychiatric insight. CPTSD, an intergenerational trauma, predisposes adults to select partners who mirror unhealed wounds, creating trauma bonds disguised as romance. When we come forward, the phones will get active.
If I had to choose, I'd be by myself. I wanna be in love, but with nobody else.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Black New York City Mayor Eric Adams is avoiding questions about the mayoral race after vowing not to drop out.
Next question.